Hi, everyone. I'm Molly Bruno with Utopia Real Estate, and this is the ECAR Podcast. I am the chair of the DEI committee, and I'm joined here with Leo Duyan.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Leo Duyan with Berkshire Hathaway. We are here to talk about the DEI and belongings to the group, and we'd love for you to come on in and watch us and discuss the future of DEI.
So one of the things that the DEI committee focuses on is making sure that everyone feels a sense of belonging in our association.
As realtors, we should make every effort to make sure that everyone is welcome in our presence, in our office, especially because we are guiding them with the buying and selling of the property.
Absolutely. And I think the biggest part of home ownership is it's the American dream. So everyone deserves an equal chance to have access to the resources to own a home.
That's exactly correct. Yep. And everyone is welcome. Everyone should feel comfortable walking in, and just we are here to guide them with the American dream.
Maybe I could ask Leo, since you are a newer agent, you've joined the business in the last 3 years or so. Did you have an experience joining the association? Did you feel welcome?
Of course, most definitely. So to feel welcome is for you to be able to walk in, as we were talking about earlier, in an office, feeling welcomed and, with nothing, no hidden agendas. So walking into, with ECAR, I felt welcome. I, didn't feel anything that would discourage me to join. And of course, knowing you, because you invited me to join ECAR, I was on another actually a local board, and just knowing people already in the organization brings that familiarity with people.
Absolutely. And I think one of the reasons I wanted you to join ECAR was because I knew that with your outgoing personality, you would make so many connections, and we have so many different events, committees, engagement, that I knew that you'd be a great fit with our association. And we hope that the association is like that for everyone who joins, not just the people that we're reaching out to, but everyone who joins and joins the profession.
Yes, I second that, and fully agree with that. And like I said earlier, having somebody, someone that you already know in the organization helps you with a smoother transition, I believe.
Absolutely. I think that was one of the things when I first got into real estate. I joined the YPN committee, which at the time was, we didn't have a DEI committee at the time. And I think one of the purviews of YPN was to put on some of these fair housing events that now the DEI committee is responsible for. So that's how I got my first introduction into learning about diversity, equity, and inclusion at the association. And from a YPN lens, that was for people who were new in the business, who were younger than 40. And I saw that there was a need for that beyond those demographics, not just the new agents, not just younger agents, but people all across the board. So when we started the DEI committee, I was hoping that it would get past those stigmas of new agents, young agents, and welcome in people who were getting into the business at an older age, above 40, and then people who were maybe had been in the business for longer, 10 plus years. And so you're kind of fit into all those things. I think I invited you to YPN too, but you ended up sticking around for DEI.
Absolutely, yes. I'm definitely over 40, but I feel welcome anywhere I go, and I don't see any age, to be discriminatory in any place, which I don't see any of that, and it's a good place. It's you just have to get involved. It's the key here, instead of just sitting outside looking in. So you want to get involved. You want to get your feet wet, and just to make sure that your voice is heard.
So I know ECAR as an organization, they've always had goals for their strategic plan for diversity and how they achieve those goals. This year, the strategic plan for the first time has measurable goals for integrating into the community, working with other organizations outside of ECAR. And I think those things help to push the envelope of this is not just a goal and idea, that's something we want to achieve, but we have actual metrics. Yeah, that's a good word.
It is, yeah.
So I think while ECAR has always been very progressive and forward-thinking in creating a diverse and welcoming environment, I think they're taking those next steps to go even further and be part of the community at an even deeper level.
Of course, and getting involved again is a key. Our first ever, celebrity chef is coming soon on April 20. No, that's May 22nd, May 20th.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, at La Stella. So I'm gonna be the first one, first celebrity chef. I'll be demonstrating how to make lumpia. So come in, join us. It's gonna be a fun night, and there's gonna be drinks and snacks, and of course, helping with making, the lumpia yourself, and it'll be a fun night. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. Also, with that, celebrity chef, we are going to be creating a cookbook. So there's your chance to get involved, show your nationality, show your pride, where you came from, and just, basically just sharing, what you love to do. Of course, besides real estate.
And so, Leo, I know that you have a background in culinary, correct? You
Yes,
went to
that's
culinary
correct,
school.
That's correct.
And if you want to share just a little bit about that and your experience in food, and why you chose this to be your item to share with the group.
Of course, yeah. So yeah, I went to culinary school. I'm a chef, and by trade, but I've always worked in the front of the house. The idea of that is, to become a chef is to run my own business someday. So, and that's still gonna happen. I don't know when, but anyway, my focus with food, that's translating into real estate is that the focus, the word of knowledge of trying to create something for your customer, for your client, to be knowledgeable in that sense of customer service and making sure that everything aligns with what the client wants and needs, and translating that into real estate, making sure that the transaction runs smoothly. So that's why
great.
I choose to be in that. Both is chaotic, but if it's controlled chaotic, then that's a good thing to do, good thing to be in.
So in the past, ECAR has gotten into a lot of different events to share perspectives about diversity, education, and inclusion. And one of the things is the Long Island Sound Report. So there was a report done with real estate agents about how there is still discrimination happening in our communities. And I think, especially for me, that was very interesting because so many people don't think it doesn't happen anymore. And whether or not we have seen it happen, we learned about it happening very close to us, right on Long Island Sound. So I think that's definitely been eye-opening for our community here at the association. We've done other events, such as learning about hate crimes with the FBI and how to report them. Well, we've partnered with the NAACP and the Norwich Race Equity Committee to see different movies and learn about just things throughout history, what discrimination has happened in the past. So I think this year we have a really exciting event planned for just in a couple weeks.
Yes, it's coming out very shortly. It's going to be on April 22nd. It's a Wednesday at the Norwich and Spa. It is Overwriting Bias and Creating Community. And also this is a 3-hour CE class included. So sign up right now before your seat is taken. So anyway, keynote speakers. There will be the mayor of Norwich, Mayor Singh. So again, it's free to attend, and that is coming very, very shortly, April 22nd. And this is just one of the examples that ECAR is putting, for everyone to get involved, with the community and with your colleagues. So join us.
Yeah, we're excited to be able to share these events with the community. April is Fair Housing Month that we celebrate every year, and it really helps to bring both new and experienced agents together to share this education and have a discussion and a dialogue.
So Molly, what would you like for an ECAR member or a realtor to take away from this conversation?
So I think the biggest thing about what our committee does is to help educate. So whether or not you have your own biases, you've seen things happen in front of you, but just to learn that there is things ongoing all the time, and how we can learn how to combat it and speak up when we see something happen.
That's exactly correct. And again, we do have this April 22nd coming up, and we do have our cooking show. I guess you can call it cooking show if you want. That's going to be May 20th. So please join us. There's a lot of things that's happening. And also, don't forget our Friendsgiving that's coming up in the future. That's either October, maybe?
I think we're planning for October, yeah.
Correct. So that's an international Friendsgiving. It was loads of fun. And you get to share your favorite food, favorite dish, and with your international family. So join us.
What are you going to make this year?
I don't know yet.
It'll be a surprise.
To be determined. All right. Thank you again for joining us. This is Leo Duyan with Berkshire Hathaway. I am the Vice Chair of DEI this year, and along with Molly.
And I'm Molly Bruno, broker owner of Utopia Real Estate Company and chair of DEI this year. We hope that you come and join us at our events this year, and if you're interested, to join our committee to learn more.